Every time I see the phrase, they see me rolling, all I can think of is White and Nerdy from Weird Al Yankovic. But this has nothing to do with Weird Al or that music video or that song. What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from home. What I have here is what I believe is the last beer from the May the 4th box I picked up from Halftime Beverage, and this is the Out of Order They See Me Rolling. It's from RaR Brewing out of Cambridge, Maryland. And all the May the 4th beers are somehow related to Star Wars. And they all seem to have this like dog beagle on it. This one here, it has like the BB-8 astromech droid. And I paid $59.99 for the May the 4th box, which comes out to about $4.29 a can. I got 7 different beers, 2 of each beer. However, one of the beers isn't a Star Wars theme, and I've seen online that there's 2 other Star Wars themed beers that I didn't receive. And I was just thinking about it. I don't know if the May the 4th box was actually something that RaR put out on their own, or if it was a special thing that Halftime did for these beers. But either way, I saw that there's 2 other beers that are Star Wars themed from RaR. One of them had a Darth Vader image on it, and the other one had the Death Star on it. I didn't receive either one of those. But this is the last Star Wars themed one anyways. So on the can here, since I'm sure everybody's tired of hearing me talk and probably tuned out already, this is an American Sour, 5%, and on the side here it says, brewed with copious amounts of oranges, pineapple, cake batter, pastry cream, lactose. Please keep refrigerated at all times. Cans at room temperature could ferment. Pastry cream and lactose, isn't that kind of similar? Aren't those 2 things pretty close? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a chef. I'm not a baker. But I would think pastry cream and lactose are probably pretty close to the same thing. So I'm guessing this is going to be a whitish beer. So on Untapped, this gets a 4.10 with 214 check-ins. Beer Advocate was an NA. And that just looks like milk. That looks like I'm pouring out milk out of a can. That looks thick and creamy and milk-like. Tan milk, cinnamon milk. Got a giant hair of my own on there. Get a nose on it. That is very rich, creamy, and cake batter. That smells like cake. There's no head, and I still dip my nose in it. I might as well start snorting beers. But that is fresh cake batter. That's all that smells like. That just smells like fresh cake batter. And this is doing the same thing I think one of the other beers did. There was no head when I poured it at all. But now as I'm holding the glass and jostling a little bit, a small, thin, like milk bubble-like head is forming along the top. And that looks like eggnog or cinnamon milk or lightly chocolate milk. Does not look like a beer at all. If this tastes like it smells, those ratings are way low. Let's find out, everybody. Cheers. That is delicious. A little bit of sourness to it. But that's like a strawberry shortcake with ice cream. But instead of strawberries, you have like pineapple and orange. Like pineapple orange slices over some nice, freshly made, like yellow cake. And then you have melted ice cream all over it. That's what this is. This is dessert in a glass. Slight bit of tartness. It is sweet. Again, with a lot of these beers, The sweetness is crazy. I mean, it's crazy sweet. Not cloyingly sweet, but sweet enough that I don't think I could drink another one of these in a sitting. But I'm super happy to have a second can sitting in my fridge. It's medium bodied. I mean, it looks much thicker than what it drinks. But that is just fresh, like white or yellow cake batter. Some nice, like, pineapple orangey fruit. And ice cream. That is delicious. That is really good. 4.10 on Untapped is probably a little low. This is really, really tasty. By picking up everything in here, try to look at it without dumping it over. Yeah. Yeah, I think the pastry cream and cake batter really make that cake batter pop. And also the pastry cream and lactose really make it be kind of an ice creamy kind of flavor, like a good vanilla ice cream, like a Breyer's vanilla ice cream, or a good independent creamery vanilla ice cream. And you get the nice pineapple fruit and a little bit of like that citrus acidity from the orange. And again, it's just like if you took a great fresh homemade piece of like yellow cake or white cake, just hot out of the oven, freshly baked, cover it with fresh chunks of pineapple, fresh chunks of orange, put a big scoop of vanilla ice cream on top of it, and let that ice cream melt down for a few minutes. That's what this tastes like. This is a big horns up for me. Really delicious. Another great beer. For all the beers I had, so I had 6 different beers from the Out of Order series that were the Star Wars theme. And all of them, I think, were really good, really tasty. I would buy them again. I don't know if any of them I could drink more than one in a sitting, but I'm happy I still have one of each beer left in my fridge so I can drink it again, because these were really good beers. If you can see these beers anywhere, if you find these beers anywhere, pick them up, buy them. I'd love to find the Darth Vader one and the Death Star one. I don't know what those were, but I saw a picture of the cans the other day. I'd love to find those too. These are very adventurous beers, but they're very tasty beers. And it seems like they're a lot better than the cereal-flavored ones that Joe from the Beer Patrol reviewed over the last couple months. I think this was a better package. But it is adventurous trying beers that look like this. Look at all that gunk around the top of the glass. And you know what I say, got to embrace that adventure.